Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be your second assignment for the week. It's going to be due on Friday. You should have already taken your notes down here. We are going to use the bottom of our notes from assignment number 1 to do assignment number 2. So what I want you guys to do is write f of x equals a times b to the x plus c. And we're going to label each of these parts. So our a value is our starting or initial value. B is our growth or decay factor. C is our asymptote. And then X, this is what we're adding to today. X is going to be our input. And f of x just means y. I bet you guys can guess it. It's going to mean our output. So today's lesson is we're going to be given an equation, and we're going to have an input. We need to find the output. So we have 3 examples that we're going to do together. And there are a couple different ways that you guys can solve this. And so we've got f of x equals 12 times 3 to the x. And we're trying to evaluate at f of 0. So that means our x value is 0. And we're trying to find what our y value is. We know our input, we're trying to find our output. So we have f of x, or f of 0, equals 12 times 3 to the 0. Now there are a couple different ways that you guys can do this. Is you can use this in your calculators, which you guys should have your graphing calculators in front of you. If you don't, I have posted a Desmos scientific calculator that you guys can use. And so this is how you guys would do this. You can either type or you can click your keystrokes here. And you can do 12 and then parentheses 3. And then to get your exponent, you'll click Shift and 6, just like we've been doing in our Desmos calculator. And then you put 0 as your exponent. And then there's your answer. And your answer is 12. So that's one way of doing it, is using it in your calculator. So at f of 0, your y value is 12. So the first way is with your calculator. Let's do number 2. f of x equals negative 9 times 3 to the x plus 11 at f of 2. So now when we rewrite this, this is f of 2 equals negative 9 times 3 squared. The other way that you can do this is by hand. If you want to challenge yourself with your fluency, you can do this by hand. So to evaluate this expression, or to evaluate this equation rather, you would do PEMDAS, and the E stands for exponents, so we do 3 squared, which is not 6. Please don't say 6, it's 9. So then we have negative 9 times 9, which is just negative 81. So at f of 2, our answer is negative 81. And the third way that you can do is by graphing. And so let's do this one by graphing. This is a spicy level problem according to the iExcel. So we have f of x equals negative 9 times 3.8 to the x plus 7.79 at f of 1. So we're plugging in 1 for x at f of 1, negative 9, 3.8 to the first power plus 7.79. Okay, so the other way that we can do this is by graphing. So I've also included the Desmos link for you guys to graph, and you can do f of x equals, put in your original equation, negative 9, 3.8 to the x plus 7.79. And our x value is 1 according to our equation. So we're looking at when x is 1, what is our y value? And so here at x equals 1, what is our y value? it actually might be pretty difficult for us to find with Desmos. So you could do table by clicking settings and then setting up your table, and that at x equals, let's do +1. You can always type it in, or oftentimes the table will pop up. At x equals 1, y is negative 26.41. So you can do graphing, you can do calculator, you can do by hand. Those are the 3 examples that you guys can do. Oh no, it didn't freeze. Don't do this. Whew. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and check Google Classroom.